Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. This time, we're looking at AI for good.
AI for good.
We've got some fascinating research,
Yeah.
really kind of inspiring stuff about how AI is making a positive impact.
It really is, I think, one of the most exciting things about this field is that it's, kind of shifting away from this purely technical
Wow.
realm and becoming more and more this force for positive change.
Absolutely.
The potential is just immense.
Yeah, and I think it's also really interesting to see how
Yeah.
AI is not just solving problems,
Hmm.
but pushing the boundaries of what's even possible.
Exactly.
So first up, let's dive into AI's role in
Mm.
tackling climate change.
Yeah.
And we're talking about more than just
Yeah.
weather predictions here.
Exactly.
This is about using AI to really understand
Hmm.
and potentially even prevent the impacts of a changing climate.
Yeah, one of the really fascinating developments I think in this area is these AI-powered climate prediction models.
Yeah.
It's not just about predicting if a hurricane is coming, but about understanding this whole,
Yeah.
complex web of factors that are influencing our climate.
Yeah. I was really blown away when I was looking at this research
Yeah.
by the scale of data
Oh, it's incredible.
that these models are using.
Yeah.
We're talking like satellite imagery, real-time feeds from weather stations all across the globe,
Right.
and even historical weather patterns, going back decades.
It's amazing, and it's something that humans simply couldn't do. I mean,
Right.
we can't process that scale of data,
Right.
but these AI models can analyze these massive data sets
Yeah.
and identify patterns and trends,
Mhm.
and that leads to some really remarkable outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, the accuracy of these forecasts is truly life-saving,
Absolutely.
allowing for,
Yeah.
targeted evacuations and proactive disaster preparedness.
Yeah, we're talking about saving lives,
Mhm.
minimizing economic damage, and, just kind of getting ahead of these events.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it goes beyond just saving lives.
Right.
Imagine being able to reinforce critical infrastructure
Exactly.
in advance of a major storm, or optimizing resource allocation
Hmm.
to minimize economic damage.
Yeah.
That's the kind of proactive approach that AI enables.
It is, and it's not just about reacting to these events as they happen, but using these insights
Yeah.
to proactively, plan for a more sustainable future.
Absolutely. And it makes me wonder, okay, so we can use AI to kind of predict these events
Right.
and react accordingly, but could we move beyond that? Could
Mhm.
AI actually help us
That's
prevent
the big question.
climate change?
Yeah.
Like, there are some researchers who are exploring how AI could optimize large-scale carbon capture projects
Right.
or even design entirely new sustainable materials.
It's a fascinating area of research.
Imagine like AI helping us develop self-repairing solar panels.
Or cities that adapt to changing weather patterns in real time. I mean, those are the kind of really exciting possibilities that we're just beginning to explore.
Yeah, so it's about moving beyond reacting to climate events
Hmm.
and using AI to proactively build a more sustainable future for all of us.
And I think the key here is that it's for everyone.
Yes.
We need to be thinking about how can we leverage this technology
Yeah.
to its fullest potential to ensure a more sustainable and equitable future for everyone.
Yes, especially those most vulnerable to climate change.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's shift gears a little bit now
Okay.
and talk about another crucial area where AI is making a real difference, and that's in safety,
Safety.
specifically the world of autonomous vehicles.
Self-driving cars.
Yeah, and the,
Yeah.
the, the really fascinating ethical considerations that come
Oh,
with
absolutely. Of course.
as we move towards a future with more and more autonomous vehicles on the road,
Right.
we need to be thinking about how we establish, really clear ethical frameworks.
To guide their decision-making processes.
Yeah, it's not just about programming them to follow traffic laws.
Right.
It's about preparing them for these really difficult
Mhm.
moral dilemmas that we as human drivers face every day.
Every day.
You know what happens when an unavoidable crash scenario arises
Right.
and the AI has to make a split-second decision
A split-second decision.
about which course of action to take?
And that's where these ethical frameworks come in,
Yeah.
They're grappling with these incredibly complex questions.
Mhm.
How should an autonomous vehicle prioritize safety in a no-win situation?
Right.
How can we ensure that the AI is making decisions free from bias, considering factors like
Right.
age, vulnerability, even the number of lives
Right.
potentially at stake?
I have to admit, when I first heard about these ethical frameworks for self-driving cars, I kind of thought,
Yeah.
can we really program a machine to understand the nuances
It's a great question.
of human ethics?
Yeah.
Like, things aren't always so black and white.
Right. It's not a simple if-then-else situation.
Exactly.
And it's forcing us to think deeply about
Yeah.
how we define and articulate our own values as
Yeah.
humans. You
Yeah.
know, can we translate those values
Yeah.
into algorithms that can guide AI decision-making?
And if so, how do we ensure that these ethical frameworks adapt
Right.
to different cultural norms and values?
Right, because different cultures
Yeah.
have different perspectives on these ethical dilemmas.
Right, but still upholding a universal set of principles.
Exactly. Finding that balance is going to be crucial.
Yeah, these are really challenging questions.
They are.
But I think they're questions that we need to be having.
Absolutely. We need to have those conversations now
Yeah.
as we're developing and deploying these technologies.
And it also raises questions about accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
Who is ultimately responsible
Right.
when an AV makes a decision
Based on this framework.
based on this framework, even if the outcome isn't ideal? These are crucial conversations we need to be having as a society.
We do.
Okay, well, ready for something
Sure.
completely different?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's step into the world of AI and creativity.
AI and creativity. This is where things get really interesting.
Yeah, this is where AI is truly pushing the boundaries
Absolutely.
of what we thought was possible.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing AI systems create art that's not just technically impressive,
Right.
but conceptually rich
Yeah.
and emotionally evocative.
It's really remarkable what's happening in this space.
I recently read this story about an AI artist
Oh, yeah.
that won first prize in a prestigious art competition,
I saw that too.
beating out human artists.
Yeah, it really shook things up in the art world.
Oh, it did.
I mean,
Yeah.
people were debating, what does this mean for the future of art?
Exactly. It's prompting some fascinating debates about the nature of creativity itself.
Yeah, what does it even mean to be creative?
Right.
If a machine can create art that's winning awards.
And what's really remarkable is that this AI
Yeah.
wasn't simply replicating existing art styles.
No, it wasn't just copying what had come before.
It was synthesizing them into something entirely new.
Yeah, offering interpretations that human artists might not have even conceived of.
It's really incredible. So how does an AI even create art?
Well, it's actually a very sophisticated process.
Okay.
It's not just, feeding it a bunch of paintings and saying, okay, now make something new.
Right.
It's much more nuanced than that.
So walk me through it.
So this particular AI, for example, was trained on this vast data set of art history.
Okay.
It analyzed not just the techniques and the styles,
Right, yeah.
but also the underlying themes, the compositions,
Wow.
even the emotional tones of different art movements throughout history.
So it's more about the AI analyzing the underlying structures and patterns of art history,
Exactly.
and then using that knowledge to generate something fresh and unique.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And many of these AI artists use a technique called generative adversarial networks, or GANs.
GAN, okay.
And you can think about it like this. You have two AIs working together.
Okay.
One is trying to create art.
Okay.
The other one is acting as a judge,
Right.
and they're constantly pushing each other to improve.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's essentially how GANs work,
Okay.
and it leads to some really innovative results.
It's really amazing to think that we now have AI systems that can generate original artwork,
Yeah.
but it also raises some big questions.
Oh, absolutely.
Does this challenge our very definition
I think it does.
of art and creativity? Like,
Yeah.
is it about the process,
Right.
the intention behind the creation, or simply the visual impact of the final piece?
Those are the questions that we need to be asking. And AI, in a way, is forcing us to ask those questions. It's
Right.
holding up a mirror to our own creative processes.
That's a good way to put it.
And asking us to define what really matters in art.
Yeah. And maybe that's the beauty of it.
Maybe it is.
You know, AI, in a way, is kind of democratizing art.
I think so.
It's providing those who may not have traditional artistic skills
Right.
a new avenue for expression,
Yeah.
allowing them to explore and create alongside these intelligent machines.
I love that idea of AI as a partner in creation.
Yeah.
Not replacing human artists,
Right.
but collaborating with them.
Yeah, and for established artists,
Mm-hmm.
it presents this fascinating opportunity for collaboration,
Absolutely.
where AI can become a partner in pushing the boundaries of creative expression.
Yeah, we're really seeing a whole new era of artistic exploration unfolding.
It's an exciting time.
It is an exciting time to be involved in the art world.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating to think about the implications of AI art on originality and copyright.
Right.
You know, if an AI creates something truly unique,
Yeah.
who owns the rights to that creation?
That is a good question.
Is it the programmer who develops the AI?
Right.
Is it the AI itself? Or maybe it's like the collective consciousness of all the artists whose work informed the AI's creative process.
That's a really complex question.
It is.
And I don't think there are any easy answers.
No, not at this point.
It's going to require a lot of thought and discussion.
A lot of discussion.
As we navigate this new landscape of AI-generated art.
Absolutely. And we need to have those conversations now.
Yeah.
You know, we need to be thinking about these issues
Mm-hmm.
ethically and responsibly.
It seems like this entire deep dive into AI for good keeps bringing us back to the importance of ethics.
Ethics is crucial.
Whether we're talking about climate change,
Right.
self-driving cars, or the future of art,
Mhm.
it's clear that we need to be thinking deeply about the ethical implications of AI
Absolutely.
and ensuring that it's used in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
AI has this incredible potential
Yeah.
to be a force for good,
Right.
but we also need to be mindful of the potential downsides.
Right. It's about finding that balance.
Finding that balance. Yeah.
Harnessing the power of AI
Mm-hmm.
while also ensuring that it's guided by our shared values and principles.
Exactly. And that requires us to have some really tough conversations
Yeah.
about the role we want AI to play
Right.
in our lives and in society.
It can feel a little overwhelming at times. You know? Like, how can
yes.
one person really make a difference in
Yeah.
such a complex and rapidly evolving field?
I understand that feeling. It's easy to feel small when you're looking at this massive technological shift.
Right.
But I truly believe that every voice matters.
Mhm.
The future of AI isn't predetermined.
Okay.
It's being shaped right now
Yeah.
by the choices we make,
Right.
the conversations we have,
Mhm.
and the actions we take.
That's actually really encouraging.
It is empowering.
It means that we all have a role to play
We do.
in shaping the future of AI,
Yeah.
even if it's just by staying informed,
Staying informed.
asking questions,
Questions.
and engaging in these important discussions.
Those are all crucial steps.
And it's about recognizing that AI
Mm.
is not some separate entity,
Right.
but an extension of ourselves.
An extension of ourselves,
It's a reflection of our values,
our values,
our ingenuity,
ingenuity.
and our collective aspirations.
Absolutely.
You know, at the beginning of this deep dive,
Yeah.
I thought we'd be talking mostly about algorithms and robots,
Right.
but it's become so much more than that.
It has.
It's really about exploring what it means to be human
Mm-hmm.
in an age of intelligent machines.
Yeah.
And how we can use this technology
Right.
to create a world that's more sustainable,
Sustainable,
more equitable,
more equitable.
and more fulfilling for all of us.
I couldn't agree more.
So for our listener out there who might be thinking,
Yeah.
this is all very fascinating,
Mm.
but how does it relate to my life?
Right.
What can I actually do to make a difference?
What can I do?
What would you say to them?
I would say awareness is the first step.
Awareness.
Understanding the potential of AI,
Okay.
both its benefits and its risks.
Right.
We need to be informed participants in this technological revolution.
So it's not about becoming an AI expert overnight,
Right.
but about staying curious,
Staying keen.
asking questions,
questions.
and engaging in thoughtful conversations
Yes.
about the role we want AI to play
Exactly.
in our lives and in the world around us.
AI is already woven into the fabric of our lives.
It is.
In countless ways.
Yeah.
From the personalized recommendations we see online
Right.
to the medical diagnoses we receive,
Hmm.
AI is increasingly shaping our experiences,
Yeah.
often in ways that we don't even realize.
And that means that we have a responsibility
We do.
to ensure that AI is developed and used
Right.
in a way that aligns with our values.
With our values.
We need to be advocating for ethical guidelines,
Ethical guidelines.
transparency in AI development,
Transparency.
and equitable access to the benefits of this technology.
All crucial aspects.
It's about finding that balance,
Finding that balance.
embracing the incredible possibilities of AI,
Mm-hmm.
while also safeguarding our humanity
Safeguarding our humanity, yeah.
and ensuring that this technology serves the greater good.
It's not about fearing the rise of the machines.
Right, yeah.
It's about recognizing our own agency
Yes,
in shaping the future of AI.
that's empowering.
It is.
And ensuring that it leads to a world that we can all be proud of.
A world we can all be proud of.
Wow. It feels like we've only just scratched the surface
I know, right?
of what's possible with AI.
It really does feel that way.
This deep dive has been eye-opening.
Yeah, it's been fascinating.
To say the least.
Absolutely.
I'm curious, what are you personally most excited about?
Oh, that's a good question.
When it comes to the future of AI for good?
I think for me, it's the potential of AI to help us solve some of humanity's most pressing challenges, like climate change, disease, poverty.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where AI is used to develop personalized medicine, create sustainable energy sources, provide educational opportunities to everyone, regardless of their background or location.
That's a beautiful vision.
It is.
And it's inspiring to think about the role AI could play in making it a reality.
It's like we're standing on the cusp of this new era of human progress, where technology is used not just for innovation, but for compassion and positive change.
I completely agree. And while there are certainly challenges and risks to consider.
There always are with any new technology. But I'm ultimately optimistic about the future of AI. I believe that if we approach this technology with wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to our shared humanity, we can harness its power.
Absolutely.
To create a world that is more just, sustainable, and fulfilling for all.
I think that's a wonderful note to end on.
I agree.
Thank you so much for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
On this deep dive into AI for good.
Likewise, the pleasure was all mine.
It's been an absolute pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
And to our listener, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to think about the incredible potential of AI to make a positive impact on the world.
Absolutely. Remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us.
No, it's not.
It's something we create together.
We create it together.
Through our choices.
Our choices.
Our actions. And our willingness to embrace new possibilities.
Absolutely.
So let's continue to explore. To learn. And to work together. To ensure that AI is used for the betterment of humanity. And the planet we all share.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.